Alright, I thought I could just record a video and then just edit it later and provide a voiceover, but that's really just not working for me. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on with this project, which is to see if I can take to level 20 a first life character using only A, what I find, and B, only using wilderness areas. Now, I am going to get the other video up where I do Korthos Island, and I stopped it like at 280, but I got all the rares and I got all the explorer points. And that's going to be the key thing, is that I can't really move on until I accomplish those two things. Now, getting the top number of kills, not really as important. The only exceptions are those uh, wilderness areas that have raid bosses, because that's just not happening. So since I have completed the mission for Korthos Island, I am going to go ahead and move on to keep on the Borderlands. Now, I started off with about 20 platinum that I got from selling the stuff I found on the shipwreck shore. That allowed to get me some arrows to get me to level 2, and so I could get the conjure arrows ability. I really shouldn't have a problem with that now. Also, Korthos does not have really anything you can sell. The engraved ring is pretty much it. Not a whole lot out there. Hopefully we're going to do better with the Borderlands. I was able to afford that. The 500,000 is just basically I needed a placeholder for some overflow money. I am not going below 500,000. If I do, then it was an emergency, I guess, and the quest is a failure. I have not done that yet.
The keep on the Borderlands was built to protect this valley.
I really wish I had an expeditious retreat. Did I get the boots? Oh, because of course I didn't get the boots, because those are in a quest. So we are going to be slow. So we got the first explorer spot, which is just the door. You gotta move off the door. I'm not too sure why. So now we will try to get our first set of kills. We're going to go to our first rare encounter. Also, I'm not too sure how hard these are going to hit. Old man Crag is not here. There's 10. Now, I'm not allowed to use my daily silver rolls for the XP, but if I find something good in them, mainly at this point, it'd be a Slayer pot. Come on, let's face it. I could also use an XP pot, I suppose, but let's go ahead and do that. Hey, Bell of Opening. I guess I could technically use that too. I don't know if there are any locked chests in any wilderness. I used to go out the back way, but I'd always forget to get the front door. on my first runs. If I'm doing rare runs, I'll go out the back. So everything else I do out here will be out the storm culvert. There's 25. No man at the old man at the hut.
Small hermit's hut stands here, surrounded by well-tended beehives. The place looks like it's still inhabited, even though the caves of chaos are just over the hill.
Okay, not too sure where the wolf rider came from. Since I am actually interested in kills, especially the first time around, I am not getting on a mount. I think the only mount I have is the green dragon. Well, that I would use. I don't do horses. The great thing about the Borderlands is it's actually pretty thick with bad guys. We're already at 42 and we've only gotten 2 explorers, so. Alright, we are approaching, well, first we'll kill this bear. We're approaching the 3rd explorer point, the Great Oak.
A massive oak, taller than any of the other trees, dominates this corner of the valley.
It's vaguely oakish. Probably more eastern oak than live oak, like we have around here. Alright, now we're approaching the blocked road?
The road leading up
Blocked
to the
pass.
has been blocked by a recent landslide. The valley has
What I might do is go back in the edit and like speed up time. I think I could do that. That would probably be not too hard. That way I can have massive silences in between the actual parts to look at and listen to. Our next point is the camp.
Monsters have built a small camp atop
Monsters camp.
giving them a commanding view of the valley below.
But there's no head honcho monster. Now, Borderlands is a little bit unusual because it does have actually a reasonable number of collectibles out here. Our next explorer spot is the old mill. Now, I do like the fact that the gnolls will engage in range duels
The water wheel continues to
rather than try to run around and find you and run into the water and reset. Okay, our next point here, right here at this mound, is the Mud Man, but he is not here because obviously there's a crab here. And the massive walk over here to the next explorer plot the abandoned picnic.
Someone's plans for a nice quiet picnic on this island came to an unexpected end.
All right, we are now going to climb up the mountain to check for the Does not look like the griffin is here. We have burbs. So now we come down here to the worst name for any housing development ever, Spider Valley.
Dense webs cover the trees in this dark and isolated gorge.
And we gotta come down here to both check for the rare and get the crest for the summoned rare. So we need the crest of this spider. For this project, I chose a ranged character just so I can blink at them from a long way away. Make it easier to get kills, speed up the process a bit. I have no rare encounters, which is a little disappointing because I would like to start building up my ingot so I can get a slightly better bow. There's 100. And now we found the lizard folk camp.
Down by the water, right in the center.
I just picked up the crest. Yep. Okay. Add pack. And there's no lizard folk in the red name in the lizard folk camp. Could take a quick jaunt across the marsh. And to come over here and look for the raptor rare, who is also not here. This is easily one of the worst rare runs I have ever had out in the Borderlands. And the next
This hunting lodge has been boarded up
hunting lodge.
in the face of ceaseless monster attacks.
Doing the first explorer run, it's a little bit of a back and forth. Okay, unlike the Mudman, you cannot actually see the chest when the rare's here, but there's no Moggy. Or not Moggy, but Pinchy. There's no troll. Did we actually get? I don't know if it's bagged or bugged, but we might have gotten a bad or a bugged instance, or just bad luck. does look like I decided to go with a unicorn. I don't really like them, but I guess it would fit this character more than any other character I have put together. Our next explorer is the fishing pier, fishing shack. In the Borderlands, the crabs are probably the most likely to be an annoyance when you don't want kills. They tend to be very aggressive and have very long sight. The ruined tower is our next stop. There's also our last crest is here. I think it's around the back. With the beetles. Alright. We will make our way across. Our next explorer point is the fairy ring. I really enjoyed reading up on fairy rings, actually. They're a real phenomenon where a pool of water settles in a bog or a peat field and the fungus grows around it. I'd like to think that it maybe inspired Isaac Asimov to write one of his short stories in the Robot series. Because he has a robot that has a similar problem. Oh no, we've summoned a Dretch. As long as you get the crest, you get the rare. So it's always here. Now, might as well put the belt on. We need a belt. Alright, the evil statue, and there's always a lot of goblins around here. Good if you're trying to increase your kill count. This is kind of a target-rich environment for the Borderlands. Alright, we can now find our next explorer spot, the burned farmstead. And we've got to go a long, long way to get to the next one, which is this wrecked cart here. The ambushed wagon. And then these bugbears appear. What about second ambush? Then we're going to cross the river and go up this hill to see if... I think it's Satyr. And he's not here. You'd be able to see him dancing, and there are wolves there anyway. There's 200. And another action point. The mysterious found here will add a little extra punch. Usually, instead I got slowed. I have no idea why. I've never got a bad effect until now. Usually it just acts as like one of the shrines in Temple of Elemental Evil. Gives you a 1d6 effect. This is the next explorer point, the abandoned grave, and we actually do get a rare Iragon. The Lich. All we got was Traveler's Bracers again. And a longsword, I guess. Not a very good one. We only have one more spot to check for a rare, and that would be up here. And he's not here. I think this one's a harpy. But they're not there. So out of all the non-guaranteed rares, we went, what? Oh, for, or we went 1 for 14. Fun. I don't even know what bow I'm using. That was a very aggressive bear. You think? And now we found the standing stones. They've been putting in their symbol in almost everything lately. Alright, there's only one more explorer to find. And the last explorer is the place where all the quests are at. The Caves of Chaos.
These must be the Caves of Chaos, where the cultists and their monster allies have made their base.
So we finished 2 for 15, and we have all the explorers done. So we literally have to get all the other rares. And we will do that the next time we come back into the Keep on the Borderlands. Alright, for our second pass, we are going to go out the drainage pipe, like I said. Hopefully. Oh. I guess there is a difference. I should have gone out the back door. I thought they didn't. I didn't realize they actually went to different places. I guess the other one's a sewer grate and it puts you up right here. A little easier to get to these two rares. Now remember, I can't move on because I have to get all the rares. So I'm going to be trying to do this unlike the last time where I was going for kills. I just kind of want the rares. I mean, any kills I get on the way there, that's fine, but... No, old man. So what we are going to do is mount up. Ah, we have Knowles here, so we have the red name.
Monsters have built a small camp atop this hill.
Mick the Hunter.
The valley below.
And I got the Helm of Clarity. Once again, crab. Still want to run across here to get the collectible. Once again, no Griffin.
Dense webs cover the trees in this giant gorge. With the keep under siege.
We're still picking up the crest because I do still need gear to a degree.
Right in the center of the valley.
And it is a guaranteed rare. Which means a guaranteed chest. No lizard folk. No raptor. We did not get the giant crayfish. No null. Hey, the goblin's here though. Lend me the slicer. Death block bracers. Lenses appearing are pretty good. Alright, the crest is over on outlet thing. And now we'll just run over to get the dredge.
To approach this ancient altar.
Gentle descent. There are no rares up there. The only rares remaining are the satyr and... oh, no, three. There's satyr... lich, and harpy. I think it's a harpy. Went right by it. And he is not here. This area is unusually thick with mobs. Earth Affinity, that's what I usually get. Something like that. The Lich is not here.
You find a grave.
Last chance for a rare. No, got a bear. Not a rare bear, just a bear. Alright, round 3. No scarecrow. No old man. Alright, we've got no Null Raider. No Mudman. Hey, we did get the Griffin. Kingbeak the Sky Hunter. Another mantle. Even though our war chest is at about 400 now, I do not need to turn down any money. Oh, it looks like we got the spider rare. You can see it hanging up right there. Tree Walker. Another mantle. The crest is in a different location this time. That's fine.
With the keep under siege, the local lizard folk have grown bold. They've built a camp down by the water, right in the center of the valley.
No lizard shaman. We'll grab the crest and go, go, go. We're not getting Raptor Rare. Or Pinchy. A little weird. No Null. Or Troll. It's a Troll, not Null. Null's the other one. This is a Troll. We don't fight no Nulls, and if we don't fight no Trolls, we won't get any rolls. No Goblin. There's 400.
As you approach this ancient altar,
Nice. And the satyr's not here. Glitch is not here.
you find a grave here in the brush. It's been neglected.
And once again, neither is, I believe it's a harpy. You know, there's a slim chance. When it first launched, it could also pop up over here. I think I should go ahead and take a look. Nope, not here. It would be up at the very top of this. So, we got 2 more? All right. All right, once more with feeling. Oh, I forgot I get a higher. We'll muddle through. Oh, look at that, old man Krago. Apparently Tobias is scaring him away. Okay. Another mantle. It's better, not by much. Is it better even enough for me to put it on since I can't sell the Masterwork one? Be honest, probably not. Oh, we did not get the man at the hut. You know, for this round, we're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to go ahead and recall and then go out the front door so I can pick up that hire. Now, we've already got the other guy, the Null, up there. I am not going to worry about him this run. Just to speed things up a little bit. Oh, I went the wrong way. I will check for Keenbeak, though. Keenbeak is here. Let's go ahead and take care of the Griffin one more time.
They've built a camp down by the water, right in the center of the valley.
Still no troll or lizardfolk shaman. And actually the crest is in the worst spot. And I've been baned. Wow, there's just so much stuff around here. I guess I'm getting killed. Once again, no raptor rare. She crossed the river to make sure it wasn't a draw distance thing. I have pretty good draw distance though, so I didn't think it was that, but I wanted to make sure. No crayfish, which is really super odd. Usually the crayfish is almost always here for me, but I guess since I'm trying to do a video, he's camera shy. Looks like we got the troll. That's an ogre. So when you get the ogre, the ad pack is covered up by this rock. Don't know why. I've never really figured out a way to get up here without drawing a lot of aggro. Once again, no satyr. No lich. And no harpy. For some reason, we're only getting 2 rares a run. I do not understand this, but... What do you think this is? Tangleroot Gorge? So we only got one more rare. There's still 7 we don't have. Once more into the breach. No scarecrow. Hey, we got the hermit. Finally.
A small hermit's hut stands here, surrounded by well-tended beehives. The place looks like it's still inhabited, even though the caves of chaos are just over the hill.
And we've defeated Commander Armuz the Hobgoblin. The camp is empty.
Built a small camp atop this hill, giving them a
You gotta get Knowles to be able to get the well, the rare Knoll. I mean, he's not gonna hang out with anybody but rare Knoll. He all like. Hey, a chest. We got Moggy. Oh, it's Slurp. I thought it was Moggy. Lerp. Up to Keenbeak. Nope. Bypass these spiders real quick. I'll kill them on the way out. Hey, we've got the red name spider. Just for a little bit more value. Okay. Sometimes their pathing is really confusing. Sometimes they'll run underneath there. Sometimes they will go completely out of their way. Not lucky enough to complete it in one round, though. No. It's incredible that we have not gotten this one at all. Or really this one. We're just running away from things as we can. No ogre. No Lemmy. And there is no Satyr. Started out strong, but we're really failing here at the end. Too much stuff. I ran away with too much stuff, so now they bring out the range stuff that'll knock me off any amount I got. Anything that doesn't interrupt. Doesn't matter, does not how much damage you'll take. It's just if it triggers the interrupt. Which is ridiculous when you're level 34 and you're riding through a level 12 area. It's like, you take no damage, but yeah, your horse, it's gone. Hey, we got a lich. Or it's a white. Oh, of course the bear would find me. The bear. And still no harpy. I'll go ahead and check the other spot just in case, but I don't think it appears there anymore. Certainly not doing it this time. Alright, well, we've got 2 more. Alright, since we can, we took level 3. We'll still get full XP for everything we do out here. We still have 5 more rares to go. But because I took level 3, I have much more shooting power. So we are going to be doing a lot more on the murder side. Almost everything is going to be a one-shot. As I have an imbue now, and 2 imbue dice. Basically, this is the point, I think, where the difficulty level turns and becomes fairly easy on this build to do any wilderness zone, regardless of gear. We're going to do a fairly big run, and if we do not pick up at least 2 more rares, I think we will just start doing just flat rare runs to our missing ones. Actually, to speed up the process, I think what I'm going to do is actually start doing them in reverse order. Kind of have to be able to switch it up if we're going to be able to complete this in a reasonable time. Once again, no harpy. I do only have the basic free monster manual, so basically the preview. Not quite sure why the Goblin was included with them, but they were. Once again, no satyr. Hey, we did get the raptor though. We didn't get the crayfish, but we did get the raptor. And we did not get the lizard folk shaman. I'm gonna recap really quick. I need the lizard folk shaman. I need the satyr. I need the harpy. Trying to think of what else I'm missing. Of course, I would forget the one I usually remember right away, Pinchy, the crayfish. So we're just going to try to do these as quick as we can. We're down to 4. Alright, no Trog Shaman. Trog. Lizard folk. Lizard folk. I so used to fighting Troggies.
Camp down by the water, right in the center of the valley.
Oh, we did finally get Pinchy. And it looks like we got the satyr. Wow. And we did get the harpy. Awesome. And we finally got the tribal chieftain. All right, we have achieved the bare minimum that we can achieve out in the Borderlands. We have the rare encounters done and the explorer done. So with that, I think I'm going to call that a video. We will probably also have to do some cleanup. We might have to do some cleanup in the Borderlands and Korthos to finish off the Slayer. But we will save that for next time.